Hello and welcome to another one of my Card Thoughts videos. Today I want to discuss with you how many points need to be kept in reserve if you're going to kind of move to a blended system of using both your points for travel and also when you have excess points, using some of them for cash back. So welcome to the Rewards Master. Hit the like button and subscribe and stay tuned as we discuss it. Okay, recently I've been having to reevaluate my entire system because of the fact that I just earn more points than I can spend every year because I have quite a bit of spend for a lot of different reasons, and because I travel a lot anyway and I get a lot of points just from my natural earning in regard to my travel for work and other things. We end up with more points than we have vacation time to use. So we try to go on two big kind of aspirational type trips every year, one for a week or so in the winter or early spring and another in the fall. And we fly typically business class, lie down, and we also stay in pretty nice places. So with those two trips in consideration, that's what we've done the last couple of years. And we're still ended up with more points than we're spending, even though we're staying in the best places and flying the best class of service. So I got to thinking, well, I don't want to be just racking up all of these points and not getting anything for it because they're going to be devalued or you're not getting any interest on points. So I thought, well, maybe I should kind of establish that once I reach a certain threshold, once I have enough points that I'll be able to make any kind of redemption that we want, then maybe anything past that can be kind of allocated to cash back, and then I can cash it out and put it in a high yield savings account or invest it or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out what the threshold should be of how many I should keep. And that's what I'm hoping for your help on. So we have, almost every ecosystem. Don't have any Wells Fargo, but pretty much everything else. American Express, Citi, Chase, Capital One, and then also Bilt. And in those points, I don't have a high balance in Bilt because pretty much when they do the double point 100% transfer bonuses, I transfer those out to partners. So that means I have quite a few on like Air France and stuff like that. So when we're looking at these transferable currencies, I don't plan to do this at all with my American Express points. And I have the most in that ecosystem. And so that one would pretty much cover most flights that we wanted to take, even in business class, because there's hundreds of thousands in there. But we have others. I have quite a few in Capital One. I have a bunch in Citi because Citi's kind of my preferred ecosystem. I know a lot of people on here will disagree with that because everybody thinks Chase is the best or American Express or whatever, and nobody ever thinks Citi is. But I like Citi, and part of the reason is because of this flexibility in this strategy, because Citi points, like Chase points, can be cashed in at 1 cent a point. You don't have to take a hit when you cash them in like you do with American Express and with Capital One. Now, I know if I had the Schwab Platinum, I could cash American Express in for 1.1, or if I started a business checking account. And I do have the business Platinum, but I don't think I'm going to keep the business Platinum. I mean, it's really hard for me to get the credits back. The Indeed credit is a no-go for me. The Adobe credit just doesn't work for what I need. And the Dell credits, I get some cool stuff, but it's money I would not be spending anyway. So, and then, getting the 35 points back when you book through their portal. I just don't book through portals. I've had too many delayed flights and problems like that. And most of the time when I fly on a domestic airline, I'm a status flyer anyway, and they take good care of me. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to keep that card, so I won't be able to cash them in. So what I'm thinking now is that to kind of use my American Express points and the Capital One points first and kind of hold back the Chase and the Citi points. And when I hit a certain threshold, keep enough in each of those where if I need to transfer and I need those points, I can. But my question is, how much is enough? If you have hundreds of thousands of points with Capital One and with American Express, then how many points do you think I need in Chase and in Citi in each of those ecosystems? Because I'm trying to set a floor, so a bottom number, and I'm kind of leaning towards maybe 75,000 in each of them or something like that. And that way would get me some help towards other redemptions if I'm running low on the others, or, you can make some redemptions just with that itself. And then above that number, go ahead and cash them out when they, when they hit a decent amount. I'm not going to cash them out for $50 or something, but if it reaches 500 or 1,000 or $1,500 or whatever, then to cash those out. So let me know what you think about that. Are you running any kind of blended strategy? I never thought I'd do that before because, 1 cent per point, I like to get the big, some of our trips, the flights, if you go by even though I understand I would not pay $5,000 for a flight, but it is kind of cool to fly on a flight and to enjoy a seat that would have been $5,000, even though I would never paid for it. So I get all those are kind of ways to figure it all out. But are you using any kind of blended system? Are you getting any cash back? And just weigh in on this for me. What do you think is a good kind of floor, a good threshold over which then I can go ahead and cash out and feel like I'm still ready to go if I see a great redemption that I want to take? And remember, we're talking about with the Chase and with the Citi, because I'm not going to cash in American Express and Capital One and get less than 1 cent per point in value. So give me your opinion. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for watching. Again, hit the like, and please, if you haven't subscribed, I'm trying to grow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you here next time.